11:11.
Oh.
You guys want to make a quick wish?
Yeah, quick wish, go.
Okay, go ahead and give a quick wish.
Alrighty, I wish
You wish.
To say it out loud.
that Texas Tech...
That's birthdays. That
Texas Tech gets the win this weekend.
Okay, I like it. Koke, what you got?
I wish I have the courage to clean my room tonight.
All right. Haylee, do you have a wish?
I wish that I wouldn't die on this exam. I have to take it 9 o'clock.
All right. Well, Brandon's is the only one that I like so far. But, we'll come back to that later. It's going to be a fun episode.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Brian Jimenez, by the way. Ricky C. is out of town in New York with his girlfriend. So I thought I'd take the liberty and come back to my old position as host of Good Morning Texas Tech. But enough about me. I'm glad to be back, but I'm joined by my wonderful crew, starting with music director Andy Koke.
Hi.
Got sports with Mr. Brandon Medina.
Oh, yeah, we out here.
And I got the news with Miss Haylee Uptergrove.
Hey, everybody.
And Andrew Marks is not present, so he is going to have to face my wrath later on, but that's okay. We're still going to have fun.
Mornings are hard.
A lot to discuss today. It's election week, and, in case you didn't know that, you're living under a rock, but it's going to be fun. Lots to discuss, but before we proceed with any of that, first, as is tradition with Good Morning Texas Tech, we have some news. Miss Upgrove, what is on the news today?
We've got plenty of stuff on the news today. A lot of politics, a lot of political stuff. So let's go ahead and get it kicked off with that. The anti-Trump protests are continuing in Houston, and last night's downtown march ended with 5 arrests as angry demonstrators began defying mounted police by taking their angry chants off the sidewalks and into the streets. The Houston Chronicle reports some protesters were nearly trampled by police mounts as they banged their drums and waved signs. Black Lives Matter spokesman Ashton Woods called Trump's win a victory for white supremacy. Galveston County authorities say 2 Friendswood High School students arrested yesterday for allegedly carrying a gun on campus are obsessed with images of past school shootings, posting disturbing pictures on social media. The unidentified juveniles being held in a Texas City detention facility apparently showed the weapon hidden in a binder to another student at the school. The gun was eventually recovered but not on campus. Police say the teens had made statements on Twitter and Instagram that referred to Columbine and the reasoning behind school shootings. The president of Texas State University is doubling down on diversity despite flyers posted on campus from alleged Donald Trump supporters that promise to torture university officials who advocate inclusiveness. School president Denise Troth says the postings of such flyers is a criminal activity, and Texas State University police are investigating the incidents. In a letter to students and faculty yesterday, Troth said threats, quote, have no place on our campus or in a free society. And finally, on a little bit of a lighter note, wounded veterans are making a 500-mile bike ride today across Texas, and they will end their trip today in Corpus Christi. Yesterday, Wish for Our Heroes participants were greeted by fans and supporters at Toyota Field in San Antonio. The Ride Texas event is raising money for wounded veterans on Veterans Day. Anyone wishing to donate $10 can text the word America to 20222. That does it for your KTXT News Update. I'll have more for you at the half hour, but first, here is DG with your weather.
Thanks, Haylee. The National Weather Service forecast for Lubbock and vicinity. Partly sunny with areas of fog early this morning. Partly sunny skies, of course, later today. Highs in the mid-60s. Northerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy this evening, then becoming mostly cloudy overnight. Lows around 40 degrees. Northeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And partly sunny tomorrow. High Saturday in the upper 50s. Northeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour shifting to the southwest later tomorrow afternoon. Partly cloudy Saturday night. Lows in the low 40s. And sunny conditions expected on Sunday and to start the work week next week. Currently in Lubbock, fog, reducing visibility to about a half mile. Be careful as you're out and about this morning. 46 degrees officially at the airport. Wind is from the west at 3 miles per hour. Now back to Good Morning Texas Tech here on the Raider, 88.1.
All right. Who's liking this weather?
Oh,
I love
my
it.
gosh, so much.
I love it, man.
It's
really
beautiful. I'm glad I can finally just wear a sweater. Go outside. It's not too cold, but it's that good amount of brisk that I like in the weather. It's very nice. It's very
I'm
refreshing.
just scared of the January-ish weather. It's going to be real hard and snowy and real cold where it hurts.
Where it hurts.
What about it hurts, Brandon?
I don't. It just feels like coming from San Antonio. It feels like my skin's being like pierced about like this weather, like because the wind is just so strong sometimes.
Okay, no, I totally get what you're saying, but for now, I'm just gonna take it in stride, enjoy for what it is, and not worry about
It's like,
January.
instead of you being so negative,
don't gotta be so negative today, people. Come on,
Because it's early.
Exactly. Now, Haley, you said 500 miles for that veteran bike ride. You said? Wow,
500
that's amazing.
miles across Texas.
Jeez, I can't even bike 2 miles without getting tired, man. I'm out of shape.
I can't even drive 500 miles. I don't even know about biking.
I'll get winded in the car on
Yeah,
the way over
I'll be
to
like-
work. Like,
And
oh,
you ended
man.
walking.
Have you
to the
guys
car.
ever like ridden those bikes that you like lay down on?
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are cool.
You know?
Oh no, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I've always wanted to like have one of those and then like have like trucks like drive over me so I won't have to like move. You know
Drive.
what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like so low that it's just like vroom, right over.
I feel like that's just a disaster waiting to happen, though. So I wouldn't
No.
go out of my way to
okay,
try
fine.
that, though.
I'm gonna move my dream to that. I want to do that.
You're gonna do that?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, man. You know, you're a thrill seeker. I
Hey,
get it.
11-11.
I get it.
This is my dream.
Hey,
This is
I'm
my
not gonna.
wish.
I'm not gonna step on your hopes and dreams. That's fine. If you want to go under trucks on your, layback bike ride,
Your
you
face
go for
says
it, man.
otherwise.
What does that mean?
You're judging me super hard.
I'm not judging you. I'm just being skeptical. I'm just being a little skeptical. It's for your safety, Koke. I'm concerned about your
so,
safety.
Haley, where is this bike ride gonna end? Do you know?
In Corpus.
Oh,
Corpus Christi.
That's
Yeah.
your hometown.
In my hometown.
Dirty Dub C.
Dirty Dub C. It does something right every once in a while.
Oh gosh.
Not even gonna rep your own city in a positive way.
I mean, it's nice. There's a beach, and they have good
There's a
tacos.
beach.
And it's close to Mexico, so the Mexican food's actually pretty good.
Haley, did you know that I was born in Corpus?
Were you really?
Yes, I
Cool.
was.
What hospital? Do you know?
Oh, I have no.
Dang,
idea.
that was. That's
Oh yeah,
hardcore.
prove yourself.
No, like there's a couple. I was like, maybe we were born in the same hospital. I don't know. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. That actually would be cool. That we would have like basically twins.
Yeah.
In station.
Andy's actually my brother, in case y'all
Haley
didn't
and I
know.
are basically twins.
Yeah, I can
For
like
real.
totally see the resemblance now that you mention it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
We
undeniable.
both
It's
have
totally-
dogs.
No. Yeah. Oh, well, my dog's at home. so I don't
Question
know.
mark?
Technically,
Dogs? Maybe?
Question
I don't
mark.
We
know.
both have like faces with hair.
Dogs have faces?
eyes.
Really?
Common similarities? Question mark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are just one and the same.
Andy has
one and the
parents,
same. It's
I
impressive.
have parents, so it's like we're kind of the
I'm
same
dumbfounded.
person.
Yeah.
Dumbfounded. All right, but in all seriousness, it is, of course, Veterans Day. So to all the men and women in the military who have
And-
served, who are currently serving or are currently enlisting to serve in the military, we from KTXT thank you very much for your service, for the
Absolutely.
sacrifices you made so that we can have the freedoms to express our opinions, to have shows like these, to go to school, all this wonderful stuff that we have that we take for granted. So thank you very much for your service. We keep you in our thoughts and our prayers, and we wish you a happy Veterans Day.
Yes.
Shall we continue to music? Is that all right with y'all?
Sure.
All right.
I really like it, but
Sure.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and go into a quick music break for all you people watching on Facebook. We'll be answering questions and talking to you, so don't go anywhere. Hello, Facebook. What is good? Happy Friday. Let's see who is commenting.
let's
What's
welcome
up,
the
Facebook?
internet.
Hello,
Welcome.
internet.
Welcome the internet to the radio.
Hey,
Yay.
welcome.
All right, let's take a look at who is commenting. Let's see. Oh, we have Miss Carla Reyes Medina.
Hey, my mom
Hey,
said she's
Mom.
going to Corpus this weekend. She's gonna represent for
Hey.
you, dog.
Did she know that I was born there?
I'm sure she just heard. I'm sure she just heard.
Hello, Mrs. Medina. Hope you're doing well this morning. She might even know who I am. She's probably like, "Who's this guy? Where's Ricky?"
No, I think she met you when she came up one of these past times. But if not, I mean,
Oh, that's right.
she's seen you guys on the station.
Okay.
She actually listens to the station sometimes, like just like out of her
Like
free time.
when
Yeah.
you're not?
Yeah.
Wow,
'Cause
okay.
she commented on Good Morning Texas Tech on the Women Crush Wednesday and was like,
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, and she was like, see, DG, I listen even when Brandon's not on. And DG was
Yeah. Just
to prove a
awesome.
point.
It's to prove a point.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad we have a genuine fan of the station.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Mrs. Medina.
Good old support.
For anyone else that's watching, you have something to contribute to our stories. We got sports on the way.
That's right.
I'm sure we have a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh,
that
so
Cleveland
much.
game last night.
my- We shouldn't even discuss that. We should just be like, just
but we have to.
Let's
though.
go through it.
There's so much to joke about though.
No, yeah,
just
man.
from the Cleveland performance. I mean,
It was
good
bad.
God,
It was so bad.
So
that
bad.
whole game was not even like watchable, honestly.
yeah. I mean, I was sketching some of the stats. I was like, did that actually happen? Oh man, but it's a beautiful morning. I'm glad to be back here on GMTT. I've missed it very much. If only I weren't stuck with those pesky 8 a.m.s, I would come here every single time.
Do you have one next semester?
No, not that I know of yet.
So you
So
can do-
so
oh,
far I'm in the
wait.
clear.
Tony Romo's coming
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
No,
Lord.
No.
no.
It's not.
I'm
it's
not. I'm not comparing to Ricky to Dak
don't- I
Prescott
don't believe
or
so.
anything.
Stop.
Oh man, that's quite the comparison. That is quite the claim you have made, Mr.
Hey,
Koke.
so like, what do y'all think about like if you had to give your opinion on what Romo feels like, knowing like as soon as
Not
Prescott
good.
came in, they won 7 games.
Yeah,
in
I'm
a
sure he's
Old
happy for Prescott, but
news.
as someone that was the main guy, I wouldn't feel great about it.
Poor baby.
Like you can't
Poor
predict.
baby.
You can't predict what is gonna happen to Tony Romo. I mean, like Dak Prescott coming up. Oh, just only like the most record-breaking rookie quarterback in
Yeah.
Cowboys history. Whatever.
All right, y'all, we got a few seconds, so we're gonna transition on over. Keep
Bye,
on listening,
Carla.
keep on watching. All right, we are wrapping it up. Thank you, Mrs. Medina.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. We are going into some sports real quick for Good Morning Texas Tech. To the NFL we go with the Thursday night game between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens, where the Ravens absolutely dominated this game. The score ended up being an easy win for the Ravens, 28-7. The Ravens are now 5-4, and the Cleveland Browns are now 0-10. So we will definitely see if the Cleveland Browns will win at least just one game in the season. The next couple of games that you should be looking out for are the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Cowboys, the good old Cowboys, are 7-1 and headed into the dangerous territory of Pittsburgh as the Steelers have the home field advantage. Finally, for the NFL, the big game we are all excited about is the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Check that out for sure in the NFL. But the biggest thing happening in football right now is Mr. Colin Kaepernick did not vote, and we will definitely discuss that further, as I'm sure everybody can have a little input on that. But going to the NBA regarding Texas teams, we have the Dallas Mavericks sitting at 2-6, the Houston Rockets are 5-3, and the San Antonio Spurs are also sitting at 5-3 as well. You can catch me at the Spurs game later on tonight. I'll be watching them play Detroit Pistons. Have a good old 6-hour drive going there. Finally, the Tech Athletics. We got to watch the Texas Tech Red Raiders take on the University of Texas in a crazy game that went down to the wire, but Texas got that win 45-37. The Red Raiders now are having a tough schedule with Oklahoma State coming up tomorrow, followed by Iowa State November 19th and Baylor in Jerry's World November 25th. So look out for that. But let's jump into the conversation real quick, man. Let's go back to Texas Tech, some college radio. Let's get it, man. Good morning, Texas Tech.
Oh man. Where do we even begin? Okay, so I'm sure it's on everyone's mind right now, the Colin Kaepernick thing, overreaction. You guys talked extensively about it, and I don't want to get too much into the political thing just yet.
Yeah, of
we'll
course.
talk politics later on in the show. But quickly, Brandon, what is your take on Kaepernick coming out saying he didn't vote, he didn't care, what the outcome was, etc.?
Yeah, they interviewed me, said he didn't vote and that he did not pay attention to the results, which I think I just find a little sad, like seeing what he was doing for his cause and seeing how emotional and passionate he seemed about minority rights and helping to not only educate people, I guess, on like the things happening in the world or whatever, but he took a big protest that, whether he did know or not, affected many military officers and military people who took it very offensively. And not only military people, but families of military people. I know some of us didn't agree with his protest either. And for you not to go vote, it's a damn shame, because you obviously stood up for something that you truly believed in. And if you really want to make a change, it starts with one vote. Like, all you have to do is just get your butt up and go vote. You have millions of dollars. It's easy
Absolutely.
to go vote. So That's my little spiel. I know I can go on for days about this, but I don't want to get too crazy.
I absolutely agree with your point, though. Like you said, if you're going to go out of your way, before the NFL season even started, he put himself on this platform as this activist, someone that wanted to quote unquote make a change, within the issues in America, and to not even go vote to like take action to make a change politically, and still continue to pursue this. It comes as very hypocritical.
Oh no, yeah,
and he has no credibility anymore, as far as I'm concerned, as far as this kind of movement goes. I mean, if you're gonna put yourself on that platform and not go out and vote, then what are you even doing? You're not going out of your way to change anything. You're just an attention seeker at that point.
And I think one thing I want to say before we toss it over is that, it is his American right to not vote. That's fine. Maybe you don't like the candidates. Maybe you don't like whatever. That's
exactly.
Okay. That's fine. That's your American right. It's just, as the poster boy of this movement, you've lost your credibility. However, I do want to say, although he's lost it now because he did not vote or did not take action upon what he was saying, which is very hypocritical, like you said.
Yeah.
He still did a lot to like make it known and like bring it to like the forefront of the media. So I can't like down him for that. It's just the fact that like you did this and you made yourself the poster boy and you made it. You put yourself on this platform for all of America to see, and then you did not do anything. And even if you could say you didn't vote, but the fact that he was like, I didn't even pay attention to the results, like
I don't care.
Yeah, like I don't care. Like obviously something's going on where like you were talking a big game and can't show it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, obviously he tapped into some sort that's a message that resonated with people and what was going on. It's not like it was just made up or anything like that.
No, yeah, of course.
So they were taking a stance. It was all justified and in a sense to all of them. But yeah, he just dropped the ball entirely.
Exactly. And, he's a millionaire. He has such a big platform. Why not go out of your time and, start, maybe peaceful protesting, if that's what you truly believe in? Why not meet with your local government officials to, like, see what you can do to change, your community?
Or vote for your local government officials.
Exactly. Or go out and
I just don't understand, like,
vote.
what was he doing all day that he couldn't get up and go to a polling place?
Not even all day, like the past months. Like, you could have done this a long time ago.
You had so much time
so
to
much
go
time
and
to do it. And
Yeah.
you just didn't do it because you think you're too cool to do it because you're a big football player. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get at him, Haylee.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen A. Smith, he absolutely went off, on the previous episode of First Take, and, I'm going to go along with that. If you're, unless he's out there throwing a football, I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to see him.
I don't want to
care
hear
for
nothing
it.
about it.
I saw the funniest thing, y'all, this week that was like these people were talking to, they made this video like in response to Hollywood actors who had told them who to vote for. And they're like, literally, you have one purpose, and that's to entertain me. When I turn the music on, you dance, and that's all I want from you.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
It makes me mad.
Okay, so switching over that, because I know we could talk about that all day, but, we don't have the time, quite frankly. Let's talk some more football. So, the Cleveland Browns, man.
I don't even
what
understand.
a disaster of a football team this year.
Where they at now?
They're 0-10.
They are.
Nice.
I don't even remember what the 0-16, I think it was like the Detroit Lions like a couple years back. So, I don't know. It looks like they're following the
what is going on?
For the record.
But it's not even like, oh, we're barely losing. No, like you're getting smacked like day in, day out. Like every weekend, these guys are just losing so bad.
I can't even imagine what it's like to put myself in that mindset of someone that lives in Cleveland. Because you got the Cavs, top of the world, they won. And then the Indians gave up a 3-1 lead. And then that's obviously pretty emotional. And then the Cleveland Browns haven't even won a game yet. Like, talk about a roller coaster of emotions if you're a sports fan in Cleveland.
It's really sad that they're
pitiful.
the worst team in Cleveland, which is probably like weird to see that there's an actual margin, but there is now.
Yeah, it's just so weird. I
terrible.
don't even know where to start unraveling this mystery of a football team. But one thing that did make me laugh, though, I was checking some of the highlights and post-game stats, and correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon, but I think as of last night, the Cleveland Browns are the first team in history to call a timeout before the first snap.
Yeah, I think so, yes. I'm almost positive.
What is it that is so important that just could not wait until the first snap that you had to huddle?
Honestly, if I'm the coach, I'd call timeout. I'd be like, hey, you guys know how to play football, right? Like, we're good. Like, you guys know this isn't. You guys know this isn't like grocery shopping. We're playing against men.
Wait, which one of you is the quarterback again?
I was like, hey,
that's you, RG3. Oh, that's me. I'm wondering
half
what
of
it
the
was.
people are sports fans, and like maybe just like dip their hands into football a little once in a while, probably could have named like 3 Cleveland Browns players. Like I don't even know if I can name 3 Cleveland Browns players.
I probably can.
Like it's tough. Man. Like, they're just not. I don't know what's happening with that team, man. But we'll see
Cleveland
what happens.
Browns, man. But prediction for Patriots Seahawks.
Oh,
Who do you got?
I'm going all Patriots. Absolutely.
You're going
I think
Patriots?
Russell Wilson's barely showing again the type of quarterback he is, but I think that the New England Patriots are just so stacked, man. It's insane.
Yeah.
And then for the Dallas Cowboys, I think they go to A&O, man. I think they're going to go into Pittsburgh, go in and do some work. I really do think so.
I'm not a Cowboys fan by any means, but I got to give credit where credit is due. They're killing it. Dak Prescott is the man.
Thank you.
And, that's that. That hurts my heart to say
No, yeah.
because I'm a Giants fan.
I'm not a single
That really
tier guy,
hurts.
Brian.
But, I don't think they're going to go, I don't think they're going to go without a loss. I think they'll, lose 1 or 2 before the regular season's over.
Yeah.
But, they can make a heck of a run.
Yeah, man.
this is a playoff team you're seeing here, guys.
Exactly. They've always had the tools. It's just something's never connected that's finally connecting now. And
Do you think
something's going to change?
Do you think possibly? And this is talking in a big overall.
Sure.
Do you think that we might look at this past draft as like one of the best draft classes the Cowboys ever had?
Hands down, yes.
I believe so.
I mean, you have 2 starters.
How
who
could
are
you
doing
not
work.
after
It's insane.
the progress that they've made? All right, but that's all the time we got for some sports. Next up, we got some music news with Mr. Koke. Keep it locked to the left. For all you Facebook people, don't go anywhere. KTXT, Good Morning Texas Tech. Exclusive Facebook conversation. Okay, so there was a lot we didn't dive into. We could briefly go over that previous Tech football game, as frustrating as it was, as much as I hate talking about it. But thoughts, Brandon?
I'm disappointed as a fan, disappointed as a student of this university. It makes me sad that we have such great tools and easily, to me, one of the best quarterbacks in the entire nation.
Yeah.
And then I truly think, though, this past game was very much on the heads and shoulders of Mr. Pat Mahomes and Kingsbury. I think they both Kingsbury was making some very questionable play calls, and then Pat Mahomes threw a terrible last pass to lose that game.
Yeah.
So,
was
I mean, it
sad.
was just very questionable play calls, very questionable throws by Pat Mahomes himself. It's just
Recently, the dude just not Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like, he's not the way he's not throwing for 500 yards and
Exactly.
multiple
I mean,
touchdowns.
after every game in the past couple, like 3 or 4 games, he's gotten, if you notice, he's gotten like hurt, injured, right into the
I think he's
sideline.
playing injured. Yeah, like there's no
Yeah.
way. Like he's
Well,
absolutely a little
I think
stud.
since the West Virginia game, we've just been exposed. People are starting to catch on to how Pat Mahomes plays.
Yeah, and if
they're
you're
taking
seeing,
advantage of it.
yeah, they're catching on and they're playing. All the teams are playing the same defense after they saw how West Virginia just exposed us. And
Exactly.
it's gonna be. All I know is we need to win 2 games to
Yeah.
be bowl eligible, and we have Oklahoma State at Oklahoma State tomorrow, Iowa State at Iowa State tomorrow,
Yeah.
and then Baylor in Jerry's World. And I don't know, man. It seems like here we go again. Like this is not gonna be a bowl team.
It's just so frustrating because you just mentioned Pat Mahomes, talent and athletics wise, one of the most talented in the nation. But you can only rely on raw talent so much. There's basics that are being missed. If you can't learn to throw in the pocket more, there's not much you can do.
We'll see what happens, man. I'm excited.
Fingers crossed. Let's hope we get that W. But keep it locked, people. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, Facebook people. We love you. And thank you, Mrs. Medina. I'm glad she remembers me.
Hi guys, my name is Andy Koke, and I'm here to give you the news of what's going on in the music world. Just a little glimpse of what's happened in the past week.
Just a glimpse.
Just a glimpse. Earlier this year, pharmaceutical CEO, Playboy millionaire Martin Shkreli who is notoriously known for increasing an HIV/AIDS prescription drug from $13 upwards of $700+ per pill, and a lot of people gave him a lot of flack for that. But he's also a huge music fan, let alone. And he has the only copy of the Wu-Tang Clan's Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, which cost $2 million. They've only put one of those records. And he bought it. And he promised to the American people that he would release the only copy if Donald Trump wins. Well, the guy lived up to his word. And he released snippets, and later he will release more unheard of albums from Nirvana, Beatles, and so on. So he really enjoys that Trump got the win. Earlier this week, it was announced that Dave Chappelle will be hosting SNL for the first time ever. Dave Chappelle's been making a comeback in recent years, and I'm really happy to see it. But not only is he going to be the first time him hosting SNL, Tribe Called Quest will be the music artist that will be selected, and it comes at a time where they just released their new album, We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service, which just released on Apple Music yesterday, and it'll be I think it'll be premiering worldwide tomorrow. But yes, on that note, Tribe Called Quest's 6th studio album has been released on Apple Music. Artists including Kanye West, Andre 3000, Jack White, Kendrick Lamar, and more will be on the album. I haven't heard it yet. Brandon was telling me he was gonna listen to it to San Antonio, and I feel like I'm gonna be listening to it all weekend too. Very highly anticipated. Can't wait to listen to it. Moving on, Donald Glover just wrapped up his his first season of Atlanta. I would say he's probably a renaissance man of his own, is finally going back to music, putting out his 3rd studio album soon, teasing the album art of Me and Your Mama. He actually just released a single off there not too long ago called Me and Your Mama. So this is going to be his 3rd album following his sophomore LP, Because the Internet. And finally, sadly, we leave you on a pretty depressing note, but we have to push his legacy on. Leonard Cohen dies at 82 yesterday. It was posted on Facebook by his family, and his death has still been disclosed, but the singer-songwriter has attributed to music so many times over, which one of his notable songs, Hallelujah, which I don't want to compare it, but a lot of kids in my generation know where it came from. It came from the Shrek movie. But it shouldn't be like, if you don't know who that guy is or don't know anything about him beforehand, like, I'm sorry, but it's really, really sad in the music community, and I just wanted to point that out. 82 is too young, man, especially in this day and age. But that's all I have.
Yeah, I mean, 2016 has just...
It's been terrible for music.
You know, it exactly. I mean, we unfortunately lose another legend, Leonard Cohen, who unfortunately has not gotten the recognition he deserves within the past few years. I mean, with the millennial generation.
The Heartbreak Kid.
You know, but bringing us many, many classics, you know, just one of the greatest lyricists ever to walk the earth. And obviously his famous, you know, Hallelujah, which will forever be immortalized and covered way before our, you know, way beyond our lifetime. You know, that's
been covered so many times by John Cale, Jeff Buckley, Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson.
Exactly. I mean, that, you know, that's my personal favorite song of all time. You know, it's just so beautifully written and composed, and, you know, we have Leonard Cohen to thank for that. So another tragic loss in the music community. Which I think we have some Leonard Cohen playing after the next music break. But, you know, let's, on a lighter note, Dave Chappelle making a comeback. You know, one of the great comedy acts of the 90s, you know, making his comeback, which is good because, you know, he kind of just fell off the map for a while, and everyone was wondering where he is.
You moved to Africa is what everyone said.
That's hilarious.
Is that true, though?
I think so. I think he was there for a little while, but then like he was like,
What would he have been doing there though?
I know. He also had like a rough patch. I think like depression and stuff. And I know like he was going through some stuff. But
Yeah, which is not uncommon for comedians.
No, yeah,
ironic
absolutely.
as that is.
yeah, for sure. And I think it'd be cool to have like you're having like a whole kind of '90s feel. And that SNL tomorrow because you have Dave Chappelle on one side and you have the Tribe Called Quest on the other. So I'm excited. Should be fun. I know the Tribe Called Quest, like you said, the album's gonna be awesome. I looked it up on Apple Music right now just to get again just to show you guys what it said at the end. It's kind of stuck out to me yesterday. At the end of their little like summary of the album or whatever, it said, "We got it from here. Thank you for your service. Is not a wake or a comeback. It's an extended visit with a long missed friend and a mic dropping reminder of Tribe's importance and influence." And the last song on the album is actually called "The Donald."
ooh.
So yeah, interesting.
That's an interesting
I'm really
take.
interested to check it out, man.
And right now it's exclusively on Apple Music.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, there's a lot. It seems like at least the titles are seeming to be kind of not maybe going to like political rap kind of, I guess, because it has there's like We the People, This Generation, Enough, The Killing Season, Moving Backwards.
Oh, man.
So yeah, it's a blend, and then the Donald at the end. So I'm excited to hear it, man, because the Tribe has some great lyricists and great hip hop feel in his album.
All right, lots of cool stuff coming out, but let's just go ahead and throw it back to the legend himself, Leonard Cohen. May he rest in peace. Hallelujah. We'll be back with some news. Unless, Haley, do you have news first or go into music?
Yeah,
All right, let's go to music real quick. Or to news real quick. My apologies.
That's okay. You're good. We'll
It's
go
the
ahead and
morning.
throw it to music real quick after we get done with this. But first, here's your KTXT news update. The anti-Trump protests in Dallas are also continuing, with scattered arrests reported. Last night, hundreds marched on the sidewalks of downtown Dallas, and a few who dared to step into the streets were promptly arrested by police. Most of the marchers were civil, but many had very uncivil things to say about the president-elect. Meantime, Trump on Twitter belittled demonstrators nationwide, calling them professional protesters incited by the media. Baytown police say they will charge the boyfriend of Amber Alert victim Kristen Fritsch with murder. The body of the 16-year-old girl was found yesterday in a wooded area not far from the bar where 21-year-old Jesse Dobbs was detained for resisting arrest. Police say Dobbs will also answer for the murders of Fritsch's mother and younger sister. Their bodies were discovered at their Baytown home Monday morning. The cause of Bexar County inmate Robert Mosley's death is changing from homicide to undetermined. WAOI-TV is reporting county officials have been changing the cause of death for over a year now. A preliminary report said Mosley died in the jail from detox-related complications, and then 4 months later, the medical examiner ruled it as a homicide. Yesterday, Bexar County Sheriff Susan Parlew said the cause of death is now undetermined. Attempts by the station to get jail surveillance footage and Mosley's official autopsy report were unsuccessful. And finally, Dallas officials have until the month's end to explain how they spent nearly $30 million in money from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. An HUD letter to City Hall was obtained by the Texas Tribune and was likely sparked by internal audits that showed the city lacked the proper documentation on how the funds were steered to 54 affordable housing projects. A city study shows it's become increasingly difficult for Dallas residents to find housing at an affordable price. 1/5 of Dallas residents live below the poverty line, and median wages in Dallas have fallen since 1980. That does it for your KTXT News Update. Now we have DG with your weather.
Thanks, Haley. The National Weather Service forecast for Lubbock and vicinity. Areas of fog this morning, then becoming partly sunny later today. Highs in the mid-60s with northerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy this evening, then mostly cloudy. Lows around 40 degrees, northeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, and partly sunny tomorrow. High Saturday, forecast in the upper 50s with northeasterly winds shifting to the southwest by tomorrow afternoon. Partly cloudy Saturday night and sunny weather expected for the rest of the weekend and the early part of next week. Currently outside in Lubbock, fog reducing visibility to a quarter, third, half mile, somewhere in there. Be careful as you're out and about on your morning compute if you're on Facebook. 46 degrees being reported officially out at the airport. Wind is from the west at 3 miles per hour. As you heard earlier, music legend Leonard Cohen passed away on Monday. We have one of his songs in the system. This is from his live in London performance. Here's Hallelujah on the Raider 88.1.
I'll listen to it.
All right, Facebook.
We're joined
Welcome back.
finally by my man Andrew Marks. Welcome to the show, bro.
Who's that guy?
What's up?
Right
here.
on time, Mr.
I'm here.
Marks.
Get used to it.
Feel you, man. Feel you.
Oh
I
man.
could get used to this.
So right now, Mr. Medina, your family is dominating the comments section.
Oh my gosh,
I love it.
Everybody.
I love it. Hello,
Always,
Medina
man.
family.
They're repping, though. They're always there.
Miss Carla Medina says he talked the talk but didn't walk the walk. I'm assuming
That's
she's referring to Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, and then we have
I agree wholeheartedly, Miss Medina.
my lovely dad, Abel Medina, who I'll be hanging out with. We're going to the Spurs game today.
Man, I'm
and
jealous.
Black Sabbath tomorrow. So should be a lot.
I'm beyond
What a
jealous,
weekend.
dude.
Sabbath.
Spurs, Sabbath,
Sabbath.
tacos. Like, I don't know, man. It should be great.
Even
And
got the Iceman.
I got the Iceman jersey on, repping it. And then
I love
my uncle Adam Medina, shout out to you. I'll probably be seeing you Sunday. I think we're having like a little day at the park or something. Should be fun. Watching football, hang out.
Should be fun weekend for
Fun
you. I'm
weekend,
very
yeah.
jealous.
What do you got planned this weekend, Brian?
Other than that, I mean, tonight, Andrew and I are going to hit up the Tech basketball game, home
Yeah,
opener.
that's so
that's some exciting
I'm
stuff.
upset I'm gonna miss that because I'm sure you know now that you've seen my alter egos. In
Oh, yeah.
in costumes. So
What was it?
it's
Mexican
it's
Batman
Mexican Batman,
and
then Cowboy
Iron Man. What inspired you to concoct such a alter ego?
They gave me these props. They said make something with it, and I said I got it from here. Let's get it going, and that's what I came up with.
So you just threw it together one day?
They had a Batman suit that was real tight, and I was like, you know
Like
what?
tight as in like physically, or tight
No,
as in like you enjoyed
no,
it?
like tight, like physically. Like I was
like
like,
it barely fit.
no,
tight.
yeah, like I
Okay.
was like, I will rip this. But anyways, wore that, threw on a sombrero, threw on those little glasses with the mustache on top of my glasses. That's
Yeah.
right, revolutionary right there. Anyways,
I can dig it.
it was awesome. It was fun. I got to jump around, go crazy. And actually, I think I enjoyed the one that I like seemed to get the most success was Cowboy Iron Man because we were beating everybody when I was wearing Cowboy Iron Man. We actually beat OU when I was wearing the Cowboy Iron Man suit. And I ran on the. I was
remember that
the
game.
first one on the court, pushed Buddy Hill, and I was like, get out of my face. And then I went, and then though. If my parents remember, I then got into like this little mosh pit of a thing going crazy and instantly broke my polo glasses, which were very expensive.
Aw.
So,
Bummer.
bummer.
I mean, Andrew and I, we've talked about this before. When we were going to the pep rally in order to interview Chris Beard, we were watching the hype video, and we were like, hey, wait a minute.
There's Brandon. No, yeah. So if you're going to the games this year, be sure to watch the hype video that they play before the starting lineups. You will see Mr. Medina
Yeah.
dancing around as Cowboy Iron Man, and it's something that everybody should see. It'll just make your life better.
Exactly. I mean, it just captures your essence so well. And it's just for a split second,
I
too.
truly believe so, man. It's like
Whether that's good or bad, I guess that's for Facebook to
one of these days.
decide.
If I ever walk up to you in the Cowboy Iron Man suit, I want you to be like, "Hey, man, who are you?" And then I'm gonna take it off and be like, "Hey, Brian, it's me." And you're like, "Oh my
Hey,
gosh,
man, it's me.
You're Iron Man.
you're Iron Man."
Just like play it off. I'll be sure to do that. If I ever see in public outside of here.
Well, I assume we're all gonna go to the games together, and I heard they're doing.
So you're going to do this every time?
I'm talking with Tech Athletics right now. They talked to me the other day to talk.
You're
about it.
coordinating this with Tech Athletics?
But
They're aware of this.
I heard they're doing a big thing where everybody's gonna try to get costumes and everybody's gonna try to get noisemakers and those big face sign, the big head signs.
Oh.
So we're supposed to have a crazy student section this year. So look out for that.
Should we just do like a trio situation? We all dress up as a superhero?
I'm so down.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Andrew,
yes.
what would you go with? Or go as?
Probably say Hulk.
You go with the Hulk?
I'll go with the Hulk.
I can dig the Hulk.
Yeah.
Everyone likes the Hulk. Ooh, me? I don't know. Would it be weird if I go Captain America?
I mean, you saw my spider bite that I got yesterday. Maybe I should be Spider-Man.
Ooh, you could be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's right.
But you guys have to have like another accessory on top of that. So like mine with Cowboy Iron
Okay,
Man, I have
so
a cowboy hat.
you got the
with
cowboy
Mexican
hat.
Batman, I got a sombrero. You have to have
Okay.
something.
So what's your extra accessory then?
DJ Hulk.
DJ. So you're gonna like wear some beats or something? Or?
Yeah, and one of those. You know that inflatable like toy microphone that we have in MCTV.
Oh, yeah.
In the control studio.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll bring that too.
Okay.
And I'll just start doing lip syncing.
I can
Nice.
dig it.
Nice.
That's nice.
I probably wear like a giant gold chain.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what
Like a
I'd
clock?
like refer.
Like a clock?
Yeah, like the Flavor Flav clock,
Okay.
just dangling,
With
and probably
Captain
break
America?
my neck.
Well, it's like a Texas Tech clock that's just hanging.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be sick. I'm
It's
down
like
with
it's
that.
game time. Let's do it.
I mean, I would.
would you do?
It's obvious. It's obvious.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Hawkeye. All right.
Hawkeye.
But
Okay.
with 6 shooters.
Ooh.
So I'm invincible.
With 6
Ooh.
shooters.
But that's that defeats the purpose of Hawkeye.
I don't know. I think if we're doing superheroes, I think Andy should go as Dak Prescott.
Oh,
Relax, relax,
X-Men,
Marks.
mutants.
Mutants. Oh man. Okay. So you got the 6 shooters. You repping the Cowboys, not the Cowboys, but like a Cowboy Iron Man. Yeah. And then DJ Hulk. And then I'm just wearing a Flavor Flav chain
Spinning
with a
those
double T on
smashing
it or
beats.
something. It's gonna be a very unorthodox group to say the least.
What would we be called? Our Avenger team.
What would we call it? I don't know. Like
We could something related to the Avengers, obviously.
KTXT men. I don't know. Like X-Men.
Oh,
KTXT. I like
yeah,
that.
that's a good one.
KTXT man.
KT.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
let's
Y'all
do
are
it.
funny.
KTXT, man. I can dig it. Haley, you want to chime in on
30
this?
seconds, Haley, go.
Oh, I would definitely be the Black Widow with Raider Red as my husband.
Oh,
That's not an accessory. That's a person.
That's an accessory. What are you talking about? That's a husband
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh.
That's an accessory.
Anyway, we got to jump
Haley
back.
Widow Red. That was
Yep.
All right, we're going to discuss politics here in a moment, so should get very interesting. Keep it locked to the left. Thanks for watching, Facebook. Hallelujah. Leonard Cohen, may he rest in peace. Another unfortunate loss of a legend. Welcome back to Good Morning Texas Tech. And in case you've been living under a rock for the past week, you may be aware that Donald J. Trump is the new president-elect of the United States of America. And we're going to kind of dive into this a little bit. Now, before we proceed, let me just reiterate that this is a politics discussion, not a debate. So I'm aware some of us may have differing political opinions, but let's keep it civil. Let's keep it, civil. Okay?
Do you think we wouldn't?
Bud rest.
I don't know, man. We get kind of crazy. So let's just,
Only
let's just
when
kind
the
of,
Cowboys are involved.
only when the Cowboys. Okay, you're right. So, I'm going to extend this question to you guys. Who saw this coming? Did anyone see this coming? DG says he's got it coming. Josh says he saw it coming.
So
Haley says she's got. Everyone's raising their hands. Okay, we got.
I absolutely I didn't think it was gonna happen. However, I will say like he was on the ballot. Actually, the first name on the ballot, if I'm corrected. So I mean, there's always been a chance, and like I don't know why we were so quick to put like, oh, it's gonna be a landslide for Hillary Clinton when
I didn't
like
think that.
no, yeah, then that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of talk about it. Like even in the I think the pre-electoral polls wasn't
like
not
she
like
she won the popular vote, so like
well, yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
that's fine. But when it comes down to electoral votes, I mean that's what matters, which is obviously a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I was definitely surprised. However, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this could have never happened. Like it was definitely an option
Yeah.
for everybody.
I mean, I think a lot of people, within our demographic, they wanted it to be a landslide because, it's no surprise that most people of our age, our generation, tend to steer liberal when it comes to politics and stuff. So I think a lot of people wanted it to be, but, I kind of went into it knowing that it was going to be a tight race. It was going to be a close call, but not the way it happened on election night. It was very surprising, I thought it was going to be more of a dogfight all throughout the night, but it was kind of starting to reveal itself early on that Trump might win this.
Yeah.
I think it was very shocking. Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say to your last question, I guess I saw it coming, but I guess I didn't prepare myself for it. Like I'm still like to this day, like at this hour, just like kind of stunned that he is the president of the elect of the United States.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, we've had a few days to process this. Woman Crush Wednesday, GMTT. It was literally just a few hours after the fact. So I'm sure it was, even more so
We
shocking.
were just like, okay.
But even today, it's still a little bit hard to process, regardless of what political views you may have. But it's very interesting. I'm very curious to see. I mean, we still got another 2 months before
Oh yeah,
the
absolutely.
inauguration, which is
I think-
January 20th, I believe.
Is that right, Haley?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people, I think especially if we're going, since for college radio, obviously we are going to Texas, we are going to Texas Tech. Texas Tech feels very interesting to me coming in on a Wednesday because, we're in a, I guess you could say a more conservative area.
Yeah.
So, but you have people who obviously come from different parts of Texas and different
Right.
parts of the nation. So there's a lot of liberal people who like definitely were upset. You can see that, and there's also people who just like kind of just didn't want to talk about it, like whether they voted or not. Like just didn't want to talk about it at all.
Tech has had a different feel, I think. Like Texas State, I know there's been a lot of
Yeah.
protests. They were burning flags.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
which
and of course,
to me is just absolutely disgraceful.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's disgraceful. There's no need for that.
My friends from Texas State hit me up yesterday. She was like, "Did you guys have any like protests or anything like that?" I was like, "No, it was kind of quiet." Like,
Yeah.
No,
It's-
yeah, like,
well, and I think it's because we're
We've
at a
been pretty
relatively
cool about it.
Huh?
We've been pretty good about it, not anyone overreacting, burning flags, as you
Right.
mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just absolutely disgraceful.
And protests are one thing, but when you start disrespecting the land that you are like literally living on, the land that people die every day for, so you have the right to go do that and have protests and have symbolic speech, it's absolutely disgraceful. And I think there's a way to protest that you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
like either way, either if Hillary or Trump won, there would have been some
People
sort
were gonna
of
be upset,
giant-
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not upset. This is exactly how it's going to be. Because like this, in this political climate right now, with this before the election, both sides were just being absolutely ridiculous. So I would
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, like I like. It's just everyone who voted for Trump feel like vindicated. They're like, oh, I can't believe these people are just like
Going
protesting, going ham, lighting things on fire. But did you see how Trump's campaign, his whole entire all the events that he put on, both sides was exactly like this. So either way,
Yeah.
we would have
Yeah.
just a huge outcry of people. Imagine if Hillary won. You think people would take that lightly? No.
Oh yeah,
No,
like, it was
yeah.
a very controversial campaign.
Exactly. And, it's no
election.
secret that as far as popularity goes for, their policies or just their personalities, they're not exactly very likable
People.
candidates by, the
I think
general
it's super
population.
Yeah, I think it's super important that we be careful though when we're talking. We don't just use blanket Trump supporters, Hillary supporters, because I've seen one thing that stuck out to me a lot has been. Especially on social media, people are saying, if you voted for Trump, know that you are a racist, sexist, xenophobic, homophobic, bigoted, awful person. And that's not accurate.
Which, are there, a select few of Trump supporters? Absolutely.
Right. But, I mean,
But
it
there's
could go
also,
both
I'm
ways.
sure, a select few Hillary
Yeah.
supporters. Exactly. Yeah. So I think it's okay if you're gonna call the actual elect that's a whole different story than calling hey, you as a person that
Right.
when is your civic duty to vote for this person
Right.
are the same person. That doesn't make any sense. I
Yeah.
agree with that. However, everybody has their right to political speech. We learned this in our obviously class. That's the highest speech that is protected in this nation. And I mean, obviously, we're seeing the effects of it on social media. And if you follow any of us, I'm sure you can get a little bit of our feels on the election. However, I just want to definitely express that anything we say, I think right now we're being pretty unbiased. But if it does come off as biased, understand that obviously our views are not the views of the station and vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, we could go on all day about this, and I'm sure we will, after the show and everything. But, for all the Facebook people watching, you want to chime in on the conversation, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Just keep it cool. Obviously it's a very heated topic, very divisive, but let us know your opinions real quick on the election. We're going to go to a quick music break, and then we're going to go to one of our favorite segments, Dabbing at DG. Should be fun. Keep it locked to the left, and keep on watching, Facebook peeps. Okay, well, I can't announce the Devin at DG segment since I'm sure DG is listening. We can't let him know what we're going to do.
Oh, but you have something?
But I do have some stuff
Okay.
written down. If you want to find some extra stuff, Haylee, by all means you can, just in case we need some more.
What's the topic or theme?
Okay, so, I mean, I don't know how y'all have been doing it since my absence, but what my plan is to do it, the way we did it last semester, where we come up with some,
The OG way.
stuff that's cool to us younglings. Throw it at DG,
Kills
get his
younglings.
opinion. I don't know why I said younglings. It's weird.
The young bloods.
But y'all get my point. We're going to throw it over at DG. He's going to say whatever comes off the top of his head to try to guess. Usually he's pretty close, though. So it should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I feel like he's doing his homework every Thursday night.
He's doing his research,
He's
man.
he's like, what are these young kids into? That's what
He's
searches up.
studying more than I study for my
Yeah,
That's what he
Which, I
searches
mean-
up on Google. Like, what are young kids into? now?
What are the children up to? Which,
The
I mean,
youngins.
exactly. You don't
It's
have to go
because I
very
get a
far.
full night's sleep, Haley.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
I slept on my couch last night.
Yeah,
I got
for
a whole
what,
4
2
hours.
you didn't sleep in your own bed?
No, I was doing homework and I fell asleep on my couch.
It happens. It happens to the best of us. But, I mean, to be fair, though, to research what we're into, all you need is a quick trip to Facebook. You find, like, half of the topics we're going to find there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, generally, you can just, like, based on context clues, you can kind of
Yes.
figure it out what it's all about. So it's not too hard as far as research goes. But we'll see. I don't know. We should be in for a treat. I'm very excited. Oh, man, should be interesting. Politics, never fun to talk about, but a
Politrix.
conversation worth having. We thank you guys for listening and watching and all that fun stuff. We'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, but we're going to wrap it up here, and we're going to throw some segments at DG, so stay tuned. Keep it locked to the left. Should get very fun. Good morning, Texas Tech, and welcome back to the Friday edition of GMTT with the boys, plus Haylee. We just finished a very worthwhile conversation about politics, but we're going to steer away from that because you guys have already been hearing about that. And we're going to steer back to one of our favorite segments. I know it's DG's favorite segment. It is time for Dabbing at DG. Mr. Ginter, are you ready?
Hey, at least somebody pronounced my name right. Ricky still hasn't figured out what my true name is.
How does he pronounce it?
It says Derek Gunter.
Gunter.
It does. It's really funny.
I mean, he's been working here how long? Come on, Ricky.
I know. It is one of my favorite segments. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Haylee.
Good
Always
morning.
good to have you, boss.
It's good to be here.
Boss man.
Boss man.
All right, so our first one is an app, and it is called Ink Hunter. Based on that, Mr. Ginter, what are your first thoughts? How would you define
Say it again. What's
Ink
the app?
Hunter?
Ink Hunter?
Yes.
Ink Hunter. Ooh. Okay, I have two ideas on this.
Okay.
So my first one is, for those of us that have a printer in our office that runs out of ink, this is an app that will get you the ink and the best place to get it for your printer. Okay, that's my first idea. My
Okay,
second
your
idea
second?
is you see a cool tattoo on someone, so you take a picture of it, and it's just like SoundHound for music, except in this case, it will recognize the tattoo and tell you where you can go get it.
Wow. That's
Wow.
a in-depth.
All right. Anyone want to give it a try? Give it a guess if you're not aware?
Have you recently done this? I feel like you've used this app before.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, then I know what it is.
Ink Hunter.
I already know what it is.
Ink Hunter.
You already know.
Is it like to find?
I think DG was
And
close with the
ink.
tattoo thing.
Yeah, DG
Really?
was real close. That's actually a
Yeah.
very good guess, DG.
Yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. So basically how the app works...
Way.
Yeah,
Way.
you're actually very close. How the app works, it's basically for people that kind of want to explore tattoos, but they don't want to actually take chances and get one and regret the decision later on. So what they do, how the app works, you draw kind of a smiley face
You
type.
have to take a selfie, and then it puts it on you?
Sort
Is
of.
that it? Okay.
What you do, you take any kind of black ink marker or pen, and wherever you want to display it, let's say I want to do it on my forearm, you draw the smiley face, and then the app will then scan it as some kind of code. And then from that point on, you can you have a selection of different kinds of designs, and then in real time, it'll scan that design you put onto there, so you can take pictures, you can take a video of you kind of waving your arm around, or what have you, and it'll display what that tattoo will look like. So you were actually pretty close.
It would. I think Ink Hunter would also be a great title for a reality show. On the next Ink Hunter.
What would it be about, though?
Tattoos, tattoo parlors. Who knows? The next tattoo artist.
Ooh, Ink Hunter.
telling you.
Trying to steal the
Let's
Declaration
sell
of
it.
Independence.
That's it. Ben
should-
Franklin, Ink Hunter.
Okay. So I think
Nick
we'll give him
Cage
a...
is back.
I think
If Abe Lincoln can be a vampire hunter, then Ben Franklin can be Ink Hunter.
it's a good point.
Great.
And if any
Very good
founding
point.
father would be an ink hunter, it would be
It'd
Benjamin
be Ben
Franklin.
Franklin.
Yeah.
Anybody that flies a kite in a thunderstorm, that tell you that
I think
takes
we're onto
some-
something. I think we need to go to like a publisher.
Yeah, let's start
and
selling
get
this.
this novel written.
That's
Let's sell it
my
to
name.
Netflix or something. Let's get this going. We'll become millionaires. All right. Very good, DG. We'll give you a point for that one.
Yay!
Next up, a recent trend that has been going on for better part of a month.
I killed this.
now. Brandon would probably be great at this one. It is called the Juju Challenge. That's Juju Challenge. What are your thoughts?
The Juju.
What
Sounds
is
so
the
lame
Juju
explaining this.
Challenge?
What is the Juju Challenge?
Let's see. Are we raising money in support of research into a deadly disease or something, or
Oh,
cancer?
like St. Jude's.
No,
Would you
like
care
the-
for a second?
Well, okay. So, what is this like the ice bucket challenge, where you fill up an ice cooler full of Juju beans and pour it on yourself?
You're warmer, but still pretty. You were going somewhere. You were a little warmer, and then you just kind of
Kinda just went
you
off.
kind of
You're
just
super
dropped it up at that
yourself.
point. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one up to Brandon. Brandon, you're a dance machine.
Yeah, so the Juju Challenge is a challenge that was popularized on Twitter and then went to Facebook, and now it's like everywhere. Okay, DG? The Juju Challenge is basically another dance challenge, except it's a little more intricate, where there's like multiple dance moves, and it's kind of like all the same dance moves that everybody does from other songs put into one. And it's pretty interesting. A lot of people do it. A lot of people get pretty popular on social media because of it. And maybe one of these days we can have you do it.
So when you say Juju is a dance.
It's the name of the song.
It's the name of the song,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, it's
So
a song.
it says Juju on that beat, and that's like part of the song.
Who's it by? Who did it?
Does that
I don't even
matter?
know the
Does that
dude's
even
name.
matter anymore?
Yeah, I don't know if that like I don't know if like the
It pretty
name
much doesn't even matter.
matters,
It's
but-
been-
The guy that
just an
wrote it
internet trend.
probably it matters because he's
Oh, well,
probably
he's getting-
losing a lot of money on copyright.
he's
but-
getting crazy famous.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he has.
No video
millions
really
of
goes over
downloads
like
at this
30
point.
seconds, so I think that's like within copyright range, is it not?
Yeah. So, I mean, that is the Juju Challenge. You
The
know,
Juju Challenge.
Maybe we could see DG give a Juju Challenge. We'll put it on
Oh
social
my
media.
God.
That would
I'm
be
watching it right now on YouTube,
very
and there is
interesting.
no way DG could ever
So-
do this.
so-
That's
Okay.
why it would be hilarious.
So I'm still trying to get my aged mind around this concept.
Yes.
So this is like
It's a dance compilation.
okay,
kind of
but
packed
I'm
into one
trying to
song.
think of the last one. What was the Korean guy that did the horse?
Oh, Gangnam Style.
That was
Gangnam
definitely
Style.
not the last one.
It's a different concept. That was
like
its
back
own
in
deal.
like my like sophomore year.
That was
of
like
high school.
2012.
Yeah.
No, but it's kind
What,
of
2 years ago?
Yeah, it's basically a combination
ago?
of like different trends, different dancing trends from different
Okay,
songs.
but,
that
but
just
this is
compiled.
Juju. This is just the latest in that line.
Yes.
Pretty
Okay,
much.
all right, I just
yeah,
wanted to
it'll
make sure
it'll go
I was-
away within a few weeks. I imagine it's not going to last. Trust me.
Square dancing will come back. I'm sure.
Oh God, let's
The
hope not.
yeah, I see the mannequin thing. I've seen the mannequin thing a lot. So
Oh well, that was actually my next one.
Oh.
Is the mannequin challenge? This one I'm going to give you an easy one. What is the mannequin challenge?
it looks pretty cool if it's done properly. And I actually saw a Facebook video. It was on Hillary's plane.
Oh no!
less.
Oh, boy.
Oh no!
So yeah,
That
well,
was-
No,
people are
she-
basically they freeze mid activity, and then somebody just takes a video, of the people that are frozen in time, basically.
Yeah.
It was a
Oh,
last.
are they?
The
Okay,
one,
like they're
the
mannequins.
Clinton
Yeah.
campaign's mannequin challenge actually was really good, except
Yeah.
when it got to the very end, Hillary moved.
Yeah, Hillary
Right.
kind of messed it up at the end there.
Hillary and Bon
That sounds like the
Jovi.
election.
She was like,
She moved.
She
She moved
moved?
at the end. Okay.
She messed it up there at the
Yeah.
end.
Oh.
So I mean, one of the worst examples was actually Jerry Jones on one of his private planes.
Jerry.
Because everyone was
everybody
kind
was
of a little
shaking.
more elderly, and when it got to Jerry Jones, he was eating like a hot pocket or something, and you could just see his hand shaking. It was so sad because you're rooting for him, like, come on, Jerry, you just hold it, man. But it was bad. It
Jerry
was so
thinks
sad.
he's doing it the best way possible.
Well,
He's shaking because
for
he's
Jerry,
nervous
that's,
about that quarterback
that's probably
controversy.
on par for Mr.
Yeah.
Jones. And
I commend him for giving it a shot, though.
what's awesome is the song Black Beatles by Ray Shremmar, the rap group. I
Yes.
got to go see them at Malaluna in San Antonio, and the previous concert they did, they posted it on social media, and they're the song that everybody uses for the Mannequin Challenge. They did it at their concert and had the crowd freeze while they were on stage, and then when it dropped, everybody like went crazy. It was awesome.
All right, well, we are a little bit short on time, so we're going to have to wrap it up. But you did pretty good today, DJ. I'm
Well,
impressed
thanks.
with your efforts. It's been a fun episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, whether you're on TuneIn, KTXT-FM.org, or you are currently on your morning commute to work or school. We thank you very much for joining us on the program. Don't forget to check back in next week for some more shenanigans. I won't be here, unfortunately, but Ricardo Cortez will be back at the helm for all the great fun that they have. And, of course, don't forget to check out Woman Crush Wednesdays. That's Wednesdays, same time, 8 to 9, hosted by Haylee. Uptergrove. As for us, we are out of here. I'm Brian Jimenez.
I'm Andy Koke.
I'm Brandon Medina.
And I'm Andrew Marks.
I'm Haylee Uptergrove.
Thank you so much. Keep it locked to the left. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend, and keep it locked to the left.